Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at standard 6.ee.b5, understand solving an equation or inequality as a process of answering a question. Let's review our vocabulary. Equation, the result when an equal sign is placed between two expressions. A solution is a number when substituted for the variable makes the equation true. Inverse operations, operations that undo each other like addition and subtraction. To solve one-step equations, you need to ask yourself three questions. What is the variable? What operation is performed on the variable? What is the inverse operation? And inverse operations are operations that undo what is being done to the variable. So for today's lesson, we're focusing on multiplication and division, and these are inverses of each other. So multiplication will undo division, and division will undo multiplication. Since we're going to be working with integers, let's revisit the rules for multiplying and dividing integers. So whenever we have the same sign, our answer will be a positive number. And if we have different signs, our answer will be negative. So for example, positive times a positive will be equal to a positive. Negative times a negative will be equal to a positive. So here we have the same signs, so we get the positive number. And it's the same thing for division. Positive divided by positive is positive. Negative divided by negative is positive. Now let's take a look at our different signs. So positive times negative is negative. Negative times a positive is negative. And the same goes for our division. Please do not confuse these rules with addition and subtraction. For addition and subtraction, we have the same signs. We add and keep the sign of the higher number. For subtraction, we subtract and keep the sign of the higher number. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at these examples. 3a equals negative 18. So here we ask ourselves, what is our variable? Our variable is a. What is happening to the variable? It's being multiplied by 3. And what is the inverse of multiplication? The inverse is division. So we're going to draw a line so that we have both sides of our equal sign. And we're going to divide both sides by the coefficient of 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1, so that cancels out. I can write 1a or I can just write a. It means the same thing. Now I have a negative 18 divided by a positive 3. Here I have different signs, so my answer will be negative. 18 divided by 3 is 6. Now let's perform a check by substituting the negative 6 in for a. So 3 times negative 6 should be equal to negative 18. 3 times 6 is 18. Positive 3, negative 6 gives us a negative 18. This equation is balanced. Let's try another example. Negative 4n is equal to negative 32. What is the variable? The variable is n. What is happening to the variable? I'm multiplying negative 4. What is the inverse of multiplication? To divide both sides by a negative 4. Negative 4 divided by negative 4 is equal to 1. Negative 32 divided by negative 4. Here we have same sign, so our answer will be positive. 32 divided by 4 is 8. So our answer is n equals 8. Let's go ahead and substitute it back in to do our check. So negative 4 times positive 8 should be equal to negative 32. Negative times a positive is negative. 4 times 8 is 32. Negative 32 is equal to negative 32. Therefore, this is balanced. 5m equals 45. I'm drawing my line through. My variable is m. It's being multiplied by 5. So the inverse is to divide both sides by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1, so that cancels out. Now I have m equals 45 divided by 5 is 9. Let's go ahead and perform our check. 5 times 9 is equal to 45. And remember again that we're doing the check to confirm that 9 really is the solution for this equation. And when we have the same number on both sides, we know that it is a solution because it is equal to itself. 5 times 9 is 45, which is equal to 45. Okay, so 45 is equal to itself, which is 45. That means our answer is correct. Now, what happens if our answer is not balanced on both sides? Then I know I made a mistake and I have to go back and recheck my work. Our variable is x. What's happening to the variable? I'm multiplying it by the number 3. To undo multiplication, I divide both sides by 3, and I get x is equal to 4. To perform my check, I'm going to substitute this back in. So 3 times 4 should be equal to 12. 3 fours is 12. It's balanced and it works. Let's take a look at division. So what is happening to my variable? My variable is b, and it is being divided by 3. What is the inverse of division? The inverse of division is to multiply. So I draw my line through, and this means I'm going to multiply by the number 3, which is like multiplying by 3 over 1. Okay, so here, these two 3's will cancel out, and I'll just have 1b, or b over 1. So I can write that as just b. And if I multiply this side by 3, I also have to do that to the other side. So 6 times 3 is equal to 18. Let's perform our check by substituting this back in. 18 divided by 3 should be equal to 6. 18 divided by 3 is 6. Therefore, that is the correct answer. X divided by negative 4. To undo division, I have to multiply by that same number, which is like multiplying by negative 4 over 1. Right? When we multiply fractions, we multiply numerator with numerator, denominator with denominator. So this really could be rewritten as negative 4x over negative 4. Negative 4 can be divided by itself, and that would give us 1x. Anything I do to one side, I have to do to the other side. So I'm multiplying the other side by negative 4 as well. Positive times a negative is going to be negative. 9 times 4 is 36. So x is equal to negative 36. Let's do a check by substituting it back in. Negative 36 divided by negative 4. I have two negatives, so my answer will be a positive. 36 divided by 4 is a positive 9. It's balanced on both sides. H divided by 5 is equal to negative 2. So here I'm going to multiply both sides by 5. Those 5's cancel out, they become 1. Now I have h is equal to negative 2 times 5. I have different signs, so my answer is going to be negative. 2 times 5 is 10. So h is equal to negative 10. Let's do our check. Let's plug it back in. Negative 10 divided by 5 should be equal to negative 2. I have a negative sign and a positive sign. So negative divided by a positive is going to be a negative. 10 divided by 5 is 2. So negative 2 is equal to negative 2, and it works. Okay. F divided by negative 7 is equal to negative 3. I want to get rid of my denominator of negative 7, so I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 7. This here will cancel out and become 1. So now I have f is equal to, I have a negative and a negative, so that becomes a positive. 3 times 7 is 21, so f is equal to a positive 21. Let's substitute it back in. So positive 21 divided by a negative 7 should be equal to a negative 3. Positive divided by a negative is going to be negative. 21 divided by 7 is 3. Therefore, negative 3 is equal to negative 3, and it is balanced. Okay. Thank you for watching. Remember to pause the video, try the examples, and then check your work against mine. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.